All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading the Markets. I am your host, Tone Vays. Just throw this over here. Coming to you live as the markets are opened. I am only going to look at the live chat to see if my audio and video is good. And after that, I'm going to close the live chat to avoid yesterday's disastrous stream where I did not even talk about the price of Bitcoin because everyone started asking questions about the Russia-Ukraine update. So, and I even forgot to open a goddamn pack. So that all of that's going to be remedied today. Okay. So I have the pack ready. It's literally sitting right in front of my computer. And here we go. We're going straight to the charts. Moderators, if there is a question, because I'm not looking at the live chat, put it in our Telegram group. And I want to join Spaces. I was like an hour late for Spaces. I didn't even get a chance to speak yesterday because I was like so late. And then I got a call. Okay, where are we here? Here. Okay. We're going to look at our most important chart first. Our most important chart is the correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. The good news, the very good news, is that the S&P 500 is on an MRI buy. That is not common. The MRI buy on a daily scale has not, whoa, we haven't seen it in a long time, guys. We had a couple of MRI sells. The most recent one was on February 2nd. It marked the top in the S&P 500. I warned everyone that, hey, respect the MRI top, respect the MRI resistance line, and it was the perfect top for the year so far. That is the top for the year so far. I think we're going to break this top sometime next month, maybe the month after, but I do think we will break it. We also have an MRI support line. If I drop, you see that trend line right there? It's blocking it, but there is an MRI support line. S&P 500 daily is stuck between an MRI resistance line and an MRI support line. So as long as it's in between these two, I'm going to stay away from the market. I am expecting us to bounce off of this support line, but I'd rather buy the breakout than risk buying the reversal. It's always a safer trade. Last time Bitcoin had an MRI buy, we rallied very, very nicely. And now we're just waiting for the S&P 500 to decide what it wants to do. All right. We'll stay with the S&P 500 and look at the weekly chart. Zoomed out a bit. Yeah, very nice looking crossover, guys. S&P 500, if you look at it from the long-term view, the S&P 500, the rune on the S&P 500 does not cross very often. And also, we're going to ignore, I need to put a line in here. Hold on. I want to put a 25% line. Let's do this. I'm gonna, oh wait. Here, here. I'm gonna make this line smaller. First of all, I'll make this line blue. And then I'm gonna make it thinner. And now I'm gonna change the coordinates to 25. And I'm going to make it go further back. Let's go 500 candles. Okay. So now we can see the crossover around this line or lower. So the only ones that matter, I think the one right now matters. I know it's a smidge over, but let me do this. It wasn't over by much, right? It was over by a little bit. Maybe if I do some historical analysis, I'll move the line to say 30. Anything below 30. So one more over here. But we do have to go back further, right? It's we've been in a crazy bull market, so obviously this is going to be a skewed statistic. So any bullish crosses above this blue line don't matter, but the crosses below the blue line are incredible, and the lower the better. So you can see, and then you exit on the cross versus the red. It doesn't matter where it takes place. Usually it takes place at the top anyway. So you can see how this doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, it's a very good long-term trade. The last time this happened was on August 2020, and you didn't exit until like January 2022, and you participated in this entire run-up. So it's a very good metric. Very simple metric. Weekly chart, I think S&P will rally, and it will rally Bitcoin along with it. Now let's go talk about Bitcoin. Oh, this was did a presentation last night. It was for a conference in Dubai. So I'm here on the East Coast. So the presentation was at like 1 in the morning. And we'll talk about that. So I have to redo some charts. My annotations are gone. Well, my annotations are here. It was the same chart that I did before. I just turned it into a line chart. So I'll be messing around with this chart. Interesting. So there's two Bitcoin historical indices. There's the BLX, which I helped create, which starts back in July 2010. And recently, or yesterday, I noticed that TradingView's historical index actually goes all the way to 2009, goes to October 2009. It literally goes back to 0, which is interesting. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I can put the annotations on. Also, I should have left that chart up. Let me see if I can just grab it. Yeah, one of my friends posted this. Platazov, you can follow him on Twitter. Really cool chart. So this is that Heikin-Ashi version that I always show. And he's saying, well, how often did we have 5 red months in a row? And that's only happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times in Bitcoin's history. And here's what happened. The first time we had a green candle, we had a bullish candle following 5 red months on the Heikin-Ashi chart. And the time between them also happens to be exactly the same, which I found super interesting. And if we look at it right now, this month's candle, which ends like tomorrow, is a nice month. Hey guys, if you are interested in trading, I have a free Learn Trading section on ToneVays.com, Learn Trading. I gotta update my calendar. Shoot. If you're looking for more advanced trading, you can check out my on-demand videos. For $500, I have technical analysis and risk management. I also have them individually, but it'll cost you a lot more. So go for this one. There is the MRI indicator, which I'm constantly using. The price keeps dropping. You can wait till Black Friday again. I'll probably drop the price, maybe $50. It used to be a lot more. Used to be over $1,000. Used to be $1,000, and now it's down to 400, and it'll get lower and lower, right? Like my goal is to lower everything to zero, right? I'm not here to like profit from you, and I'm not really making much money anyway, so what's the point? So the goal is to make these zero, but I'm not going to go from 400 to zero. So it'll be gradually, drop in price every year about like $50 to $100. And then once it's free, I get to focus on other things, like focus on the MRI alert service, which I really need to start talking about more. You can try it for free, tradingmri.com. Right here, that's the website, tradingmri.com. Yeah, so this was one of the charts I showed yesterday. I think the halving is going to be in March. Okay, I've been looking at this for weeks now, more than weeks, probably several through the last couple of difficulty adjustments. And every time, more and more miners are coming online. So I really think the halving is going to take place in March. I mean, it was supposed to be May, and now it's already April, no matter how you slice it. But every time, within a few days after the difficulty adjustment, we once again are finding blocks faster and faster and faster. So I really think it's going to be in March. So on that note, we can see, oh, let me go here. It's cleaner. On that note, if we do set the halving at the very end of March, we are right now 12 months away from the halving. And what happens to the price of Bitcoin when it's 12 months away from the halving? So the 4-year cycle is a 3.75-year cycle. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's correct. That is correct. And here's what happens. I don't know why that's at 79 bars. I thought I was 75. I don't know. Maybe the print was too small and I screwed up. So the top tends to come within 75 weeks. So within the first 14 months, basically, well, a little more than that, right? Within the first 15 months after the halving, that's when we tend to have a high. Now, we never repeat the same way. So in this very first, well, this is the original halving cycle, right? We had a high and we went into the halving way off the high, and pretty far away from the high. Here, the next year, it was actually very similar to the first year. We made a high early in the cycle. We then made a low, and then we were still way off the high, at least 50% off the high, when we went into the halving. This is the year where we went straight up. But the same thing, look, we were still way off the high, 50% off the high when we went into the halving. That's been consistent. What we have not had in a single cycle is a double top or even a triple top. And I have two possibilities here. One is that we go and make a triple top for this cycle. Like we go back to 60,000 and get rejected once again, touching the support line from underneath like we did right here. But this time around, it's going to create like a triple top. And then as usual, we pull back into the halving. And after the halving, we take off and still make that new high, similar to the high we made in the last cycle, or the high that we made in that, I guess, second cycle. Or we continue to move slow. So either we go up later this year and make a critical high around 50, 60,000 before a bit of a pullback. And the pullback I have is down to like 40. And then we make one more push early next cycle into that 200,000 range to touch the underside of the channel. Or we kind of meander this entire year, barely cross it above 30,000, and then consolidate into the halving. And then next year, again, start the year early, next cycle or next year, both of them. Start the year kind of slow and steady, and then catch up on the back end. But if we're catching up on the back end, now we're going to go higher to make up for the lost time. So I don't know which one people would prefer. Personally, I would prefer the first one to the second one. I know it's all about delayed gratification, like the marshmallow experiment, but screw it. I'd rather have Bitcoin at 60,000 this year and 200,000 next year. And by the way, after it hits this, there's probably going to be a massive correction, right? But like, I'd rather have 60 now and 200 early next year than wait and defer everything for 300,000 in the summer of 2025. Like, I'd rather have it sooner. That's just me. But this is what I'm looking at right now, and let's see how this develops over time. All right, guys, the financial summit, where we talk about all of this stuff with a lot smarter people than I am, is coming to the United Arab Emirates, one of the freest financial countries in the world. So come join us there. November 5th. Absolutely amazing place with amazing people. Unconfiscatable is the Bitcoin event in Las Vegas, along with a poker tournament, some axe throwing, chess playing, bowling. Do a lot of cool stuff there. Carnivory dinner. Oh, the Scammy Awards. Those are going to be the best. Who do you think is the scammer of the year this year? I know St. Bankman-Fried would probably win, but man, does he have competition. Dao Quan, Alex Mashinsky. Oh boy. It's going to be an awesome award show. Whoa, weekly chart. This is the one I usually talk about the most. Weekly chart got rejected exactly where I've been saying it is likely to get rejected. Got rejected right there. We are still dealing with this rejection. And let's see if it drags us all the way down to the 20-period moving average, which has turned nicely to the upside. Triple resistance, it's not going to be easy to break. And then you're going to have really serious resistance at 35,000. This is the big one. Is that a straight line? Yeah. That's the big one. I know I need to start a political channel. I know I'm looking at the live chat. I lied to everyone, but it's not going to be today, unfortunately. I'm not sure who Raj C. Hess is, but DM me more info, motorist. Okay, next. Yeah, so this line here, this is very important resistance. Very important. I can even stretch it all the way back here, but then I'd have to lower it. I'll let this candle slide. This is at 35,000. I did not even pay attention to that when I made this. And right here, well, I'm a little high. Yeah, right here on this purple, top of this purple line, is at 38,000. So that is very critical resistance, even if Bitcoin gets to it right at the halving. Let's go to the daily chart. Weekly, I usually have on this thing. Let's take a look at the funding rate. Funding rate snuck in to above zero for the first time this year. It only stayed there one day. One day. And now we're back to favoring the bulls with a bearish market. Man, that chart is going to reverse with a vengeance. Daily chart. We did break the prior swing high by a smidge, but ran into a brick wall of weekly resistance. So we have to break that one more time. That's not even the daily chart. Sorry, guys. That is the 4-day chart. That's my allocation chart, which also used to be on this side of my tabs. And we will add to the allocation once we break that line. Now let's go to the daily chart. And now let's take a look at the funding rate. The funding rate spent a few days above that zero line, and now we're back below it. The funding rate has barely been anything of note for over a year. This is super interesting. And it's starting to get pretty obvious that this was the ultimate low. Last time we had one of these was back in May 2021, and then we made a new all-time high right here in November. So we are equivalent right now to August 2021. Let's go back to the chart. Where was August 2021? Well, that was right here. We were rallying off the lows, trying to make a secondary high in August 2021. Then we pulled back into the 128-day moving average and rallied to new highs. Well, right now, we are once again trying to pull back into the 128-day moving average, which I really like. Just look at this chart. When that average rounds to the upside and supports the price, very good things happen. So I don't really want to see Bitcoin crash all the way to 20K, but if it does, that is a beautiful buy to dip. Oh, Raj. Yeah, I know. Okay, never mind. Rajabov, that's the he came in 3rd place at the chess tournament. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get him to Vegas because he's a friend and a follower. I didn't know that was his handle. Sorry, so sorry, Raj. Timur Rajabov out of Azerbaijan. Yeah, I chat with him. He was a top 10 chess player in the world. I think he's higher now after doing so well in the tournament. He should be higher than 10th. I hope. Maybe he's 9th or 8th now. I know he was like around 12 before. Yeah, I'd love to get him. I don't know if he can come to the US. If he can, yeah, we're gonna do our best. Any black swan events to stop this? Yes, Binance. Binance imploding like FTX is a black swan. I would say a gray swan event because it is way more likely to happen than a black swan event. So, yeah, I mean, by definition, black swans are not predictable, but Binance imploding is somewhat predictable. So yeah, that event will take Bitcoin down hard. All right, I want to get to spaces, guys. Nothing on the hourly chart, nothing interesting, and GBTC, I'm sure. Oil, we have to wait a couple of days to see how much was siphoned off. Next month, which is in 2 days, is going to be huge. It's going to be an MRI buy on monthly oil, which is very, very rare. Almost never happens. And it will happen. That's why I'm bullish on oil. Natural gas already turned and is turning bullish. It'll lead oil. Gold probably still a basket case. That's gold weekly. And we already talked about the S&P. Someone wants me to take a look at some cannabis stocks. The dollar got rejected by the def cross, but I don't think it'll go to new lows. I think the dollar is going to go to new highs as well. We have Tilray. Let's see what's going on. Oh boy, Tilray weekly. Oh, I like the CMF. I really like the CMF. Tilray is headed for new lows. So this is a very bearish looking chart. Very bearish. It looks like a shitcoin. It's likely to break down, but there's only so low it can go unless it reverse splits. I would wait for a weekly MRI buy as a buying opportunity, hopefully in the $2 range. On a daily scale, MRI buy is coming soon, but I'm very bearish on the weekly. I don't think ABC is going to look any different. ACB, sorry. It is now 80 cents. Looks exactly the same. It will likely to go lower. Also looks like a shitcoin. Wow. Wow. So I don't like stocks like this. But if they have some intellectual property, someone will definitely buy them out soon, and then it'll jump to like $2. BIGC. Last one, guys. Big Commerce Holdings. I have no idea what this is. Even though I don't know what it is, look at the perfect top on a reversal candle. Island shooting star right there. I know it's the second consecutive. The first one pulled us back a bit. We are on a monthly MRI buy, though. Oh, look at that. Look at that monthly MRI buy. Big Commerce Holdings isn't doing a lot of commerce. I'll tell you that much right now. They've had good earnings. 3 earnings in a row. So what is up? They can't seem to get their revenue up. Oh, revenue was good. Well, this has potential to reverse. They're having good earnings. They've always had good earnings. People were just overvaluing the company. And this is where it probably ends. Beautiful doji. Something is going on these last couple of weeks. I don't like the double bottom here, but I would be keeping an eye on this for an ultimate reversal. It looks like they're not running a shit company. People are just overvaluing their stock, kind of like Coinbase, though they are also running a shit company. So Coinbase is a combination of running a shit company and overvaluation. See, this is overvaluation. This is, though they did launch, right at the top of the bull market. Coinbase might have bottomed, unfortunately, because Bitcoin bottomed. Right on the MRI buy as well. This is why I really like the MRI buy for stock trading. I like it way better for stock trading than for Bitcoin. Beautiful triangle. Coinbase will probably break out to the upside. Unfortunately. Nothing interesting in gold, guys. There's nothing interesting in gold. I know China is buying all the gold and the price is not going up. So what does that tell you? Man, gold bugs are always so wrong. That's a promising candle. Promising candle. But gold is not interesting to me. But the moment it breaks 1850, well, 1875, you know what? Let's use the MRI resistance line, 1884. The moment it breaks 1884, I think gold will go up a lot. All right, on this note, I'm going to be calling it a day. The hell is this? This looks good. Monthly MRI buy. I don't know what this is. Earnings is coming. It's fallen quite a bit. I like the MRI buy. This looks promising. I keep an eye on earnings next month. Wednesday, 1st of March. All right. I'm going to go join Spaces. I will see you all. Wait, whoa. Cards. Let me not screw this up. Oh, crap. Let me not screw this up a few weeks in a row. Almost lost my pack there. All right, here we go. I really need to get that Tone Vays card. This is my second box I'm opening. And I'm halfway through the box. Feel good about this one. I'm going to do my best not to look at the last card. And I already screwed that up. So I know it's not a Tone Vays card. We have an education card. All right, so you already see that the last card is going to be blue. All right, let me do it this way because I want to get to Spaces. Another education card. A resources card for Fold. An influencer. That's Hayek, right? Yeah, that's Hayek. Another resources card. What is this? BitcoinTimes.com. Economics card for gold. The Federal Reserve card. I haven't seen this card in a while. Wow. That's pretty cool. I like that one. FOMO card. Super cool lightning card. And a rare card for unalienable rights. Can I pronounce that word? There you go. That's the rare card for the day. Well, we'll try again tomorrow to pull a Tone Vays card. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching and see you all on the next one.